Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make a custom run list. You can make a custom run list in the offline version of CrysAlisᴾṕ, the one for data reduction, by clicking on data collection and then select the offline strategy planning tool. This will guide you to the strategy tool, and here you can then click on manually edit run list in order to edit the run list. You can also alternatively use the online version of CrysAlisᴾপ্ৰভ. So I'm going to switch to the online version. Here you can click on Start Stop and then Start New Experiment without a pre-experiment. And this will guide you to the strategy tool as well. And then you can click on Manually Edit Run List. This run list now is empty, and we can add runs either by importing them from already existing run lists, just import the full run list, or append a run list to the already existing one, or we can add runs, or we can add single runs by either clicking omega or phi to add omega or phi scan. So in this case, I'm going to click on omega, and we can give a start angle and an end angle and a scan width in between. So default is 0.5 degrees. Alternatively, we can use any value here. Then the detector angle is the theta angle, so the angle of the detector. Kappa is the kappa angle, obviously. So we can put some angles here. Let's say 10 degrees detector, kappa, let's say 40, and phi. We can basically put anything with phi because phi does not collide with anything. And then we can give an exposure, and this would be our run. However, this could get complicated because we could get into a collision. In order to check the accessible range, we have a collision map here on the right hand side, and this gives us a quite wide omega range at low kappa angles, or kappa angles close to 0. If we go to kappa 40, this height, we still have a quite wide accessible range from about minus 20-ish degrees to plus 90 or 100 degrees omega. So as long as we stay within the black or white area, we should be fine. So if you are unsure, you can just click on test collision, and we don't have collision with these parameters. In case you wonder what this white area is, this white area is the icing zone. That means in the icing zone, the sample holder aligns with the cryo device, and therefore it promotes the accumulation of ice. It can freeze the sample holder, and this again can lead to decentering of the sample. So we should generally avoid doing scans in the icing zone. If we move through the icing zone rather quickly, there's no problem, or if you do a short scan in the icing zone, there's no problem as well, but you should be aware of it and try to avoid long scans in the icing zone. Now let's make the scan a bit longer. It should be fine, between minus 20 and plus 90. So let's go from minus 20 bis plus 100. And then we test collision, and then we get the notification that start angle is out of range. The range at these settings is minus 19. So let's do minus 19. Test collision again. And angle is out of range as well. So 97. And at these angles, there is no collision for this particular scan. Alright. So we have this one scan. Let's add another scan. phi scan this time, from 0 to 180, whatever, 0.5 degrees, and then we go this time theta 50, kappa 20, omega 50 as well. That should be fine. Test collision, no collision with these parameters. Alright, so now we have two scans, and there are some more tools in the experiment tool. So there's the global width. So we can sort the runs and change a global width, and we can set the frame width to whatever we like, so in this case 0.5 degrees. We can also change theta, change the exposure time. In this particular case, both runs have a number of 0 of done runs, so we can invert the number of done runs if we like for some reason. This is particularly handy when importing already existing run lists from previous experiments. And then there are some sorting functions, so we can sort the run list by clicking minus to move something up, click plus to move something down, sort everything by the absolute theta, or by the by just the theta angle, or we can sort it by the kappa angle. Then we can apply a sorting based on the drive time in between runs. So we can check the drive time and now sort it to optimize the drive time. Okay, with 2 runs this is very easy. Good. And with that I press OK. Now we have this very custom run list, and we still got these structure parameters here, so we can update the completeness. And now with the given run list and the given detector distance and the strategy objectives, we will receive this degree of completeness. Alright, so this was the first step. Now I would like to show you some tricks for making very custom run lists. So one trick is, often enough it is not so easy to imagine the orientation of the goniometer as a Kappa goniometer, and many people find it much more easier to imagine the orientation of a sample in the Eulerian geometry, and therefore we can use a trick and use the Euler to Kappa calculator, and we call it in the command shell, which we open by clicking the CMD button, with the command GTE for go to Euler or Euler. Press enter, and now we can give some angles in the Eulerian geometry and then calculate the corresponding values for the Kappa goniometer. We can swap it around by clicking this button, then can do the opposite calculation. However, most people use it like this. So now we need to give some angles. The first angle to give is omega, and I want to position the sample horizontally with a 90-degree angle to the primary beam. So I put as an omega angle 0, because in Euler geometry the omega 0 is usually pointing to the user standing before the instrument. Then theta, it can be anything, it's the angle of the detector, so in this particular case I just leave it as at the origin. Then the chi angle is the inclination of the sample towards the vertical. So if chi was 0, the sample is just pointing upwards, and if chi is 90 degrees, we have it horizontal. So therefore I put chi 90 degrees. And then phi, again, phi could be anything. So I put 0 again, and then the result is shown. If I now select GTA, automatically a corresponding command will be put in the command line. GTA means go to angles, and these are then the angles in the Kappa geometry. I press enter, and now my virtual goniometer goes into this position, and if this was a proper investigation, I could check just visually whether the goniometer goes where I want it to be, and whether the sample orientation is now what I imagined for my custom experiment. And now, if this is agreeing with what I envisaged for my experiment, I can just go to start stop and then start a new experiment and manually edit the run list. Let's ditch those like this. Alright, and with that I add a new fire scan with a start angle of -57.5 and an end angle, let's say 180 degrees. Further, that makes 237.05. Scan width, whatever, 0.5 degrees is default. Then detector, this can be anything. So I would imagine we put the detector slightly offset. So let's go 20 degrees. Then Kappa is 134.76. Omega is -57.05. And then we check collision, and there's a slight collision. The detector. The detector should be negative. Alright, and with a negative detector, the detector should move in the same direction as the omega, basically. So with a negative detector position, this is fine, and I press OK. We can update the completeness, and this looks all fine. And now we can start the named experiment. I'm briefly switching off the movie and then start it. Alright, and with that I'd like to thank you very much for your kind attention. Happy diffracting.